Mitch Stephen, and I've purchased a house about every 4 to 5 days in or about my hometown of San Antonio, Texas for over 2 decades. And I want to show you how I've used seller financing on all kinds of properties to create wealth and long-term financial independence. So here we go. And this is a real-life case study. I've rounded off some numbers and simplified a few things, but go with the theory. Don't split hairs with me here. Go with the theory, and let me show you how this is working. First off, we acquired 80 acres outside the city limits for $550,000. We did it with the idea to bust up the 80 acres into a number of lots. We didn't know exactly how many it was going to be, but it ended up being 14 lots. Then we put in some wells. We put in a well on each lot. So we contracted a water well man, and they put in a water well on every single lot. Of course, we got a great price, and because it was all in one location, they just moved their drilling truck from one lot to the next lot to the next lot to the next lot. So they gave us a really great price. We also put up T-posts in 3 wires of barbed wire, 3 strings of barbed wire, just to outline the lots. And then at the front, we put up a little $100 aluminum gate that would open. And then we put signs on every one of the lots, and we numbered the lots 1 through 14. We made little flyers, and we put on the computer, and we had the dimensions and everything on these flyers so that people could go out and show the lots to themselves. Like, here's the directions, here's where they are. All the lots have a gate. All the gates have the lot number on them. Go in the gate, and that land is outlined by a fence. And so these are the improvements that we did. So we had 550 in it at 4% for 15 years. Now, we had a 15-year loan from a person, but they may want some of that money back when they have an opportunity. So we set it up for a 15-year amortization, knowing that we're going to try to figure out how to get them out of this deal before it's all over with and not have them wait for the entire 15 years. We borrowed the $550 at 4% for 15 years, and the payment was $4,068 per month. All right? Now, we had to come up with $650,000 to do these improvements. But it's kind of real temporary because we end up getting the money back over here through some cash sales and some down payments. And we figured that would happen. So in the beginning, we're out $1.2 million for this 80 acres, and we've busted into 4 lots with water wells, and they're fenced and gated. So we go over here and we put price tag on everything. And we end up with our total prices of $2.6 million. But our goal was to try to negate this $650 right here by selling a few of these 14 lots for cash or for getting some pretty hefty down payments on a few of them. We figured we would, and we did. So the minute we collected $650 here, we just put it back to where we got it. So we canceled this out. We canceled this out right here with money from over there. Okay? So now all we're left with is $1.95 million. $1,950,000 is owed to us at 10% 30 years. These are the balances we're carrying for everyone who bought this land, the remaining people that didn't pay cash. And the total that they owe on this, if you add up all their payments to us, is $17,113. So the positive cash flow between what we owe and what we're collecting is $13,045. Pretty good, but that's going for just the first 15 years, because at the end of 15 years, technically, we'll get to collect the entire $17,000 because our payment will drop off. Okay? But I think this is a good example of what buying a piece of land and breaking it up could do, and that's what I wanted to impress upon you. But I just want to go a little further without going into great detail. We could take all these notes now and we could hypothecate these notes to a bank or pledge these notes to a bank and get like a 3.6% interest loan to replace this whole thing here and get this friend of ours out. So we go to the bank, get a 3.6% loan. Probably our payment will be somewhere between $3,000 and $4,000, and get him out. But how you get this loan is you can't refinance this land anymore because you don't own it. You sold it to these people that owe you payments. But what I can do is I can take this $1,950,000 worth of notes, and I can assign these notes to the bank as collateral for a 3.6% loan and take my friend out of this 550 right here. And that's what we did. Okay? And everybody's all the better for it. Tell you the truth, we gave this guy a little kicker for being so loose and free with us and giving us a 15-year note for comfort and trusting us to get him out later. And so we gave him a little kicker. But that's how it works. And I want you to think hard and heavy about taking a good look at that like button and that share button and let the world know if you think these kind of case studies are informative, or if they're open up your mind or giving you some golden nuggets. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And I'm going to suggest that you go to Amazon or you go to my website, 1000houses.com, and check out my book, My Life in 1,000 Houses, The Art of Owner Financing. This book costs about $50. And the reason it costs $50 is there's $1 million worth of ideas, and I'm explaining exactly what made me wealthy beyond my imagination. And it's all right in here. Very simple, all 4-color, lots of graphs, lots of charts, so I had to use 4-color. I have expenses in red, income in green, numbers we need to pay attention to in blue. I've got it all kind of color-coded, so every time you look at a deal, it's all color-coded the same, and it's real easy to size up what's going in and going out. It's really easy to cipher these deals. So check it out. Just go to 1000houses.com. That's my website, and you can click on the icon that says Mitch's Books, and it'll be over there. Thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate you, and we're off to the next episode. Why don't you come with us?